At LinkedIn, we know hiring is a big deal for your small business. Sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. LinkedIn uses data that you can't find anywhere else to give you the best candidates, all so you can feel confident you're hiring the best person for the job. And even a little hiring bliss. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Who does the car belong to?
My ex-girlfriend. And you all know.
Is she the Air Force?
No, I am.
Did you tell her? Well, then, why did you tell them the car belonged to the Air Force?
This is the plaintiff, Akila Brebnor. She says she was driving down the street one day, and she saw the defendant drop his wallet out of his car. On the next block, she caught up with him and informed him where he dropped his wallet. The guy opened his car door, striking her side view mirror, and he knocked the thing clean off her car. The defendant now refuses to repair her car. Her good deed's not going to cost her the $500 she's owed, so she's suing. This is the defendant, David. He says the plaintiff got all crazy because the mirror fell off her car, and he said he'd have it fixed if she sent him an invoice from a reputable repair shop. She told him it was going to cost $160. Then, next thing he knows, her father calls him ranting and raving, demanding $500 from him. He feels as though he's being conned. He didn't even touch the girl's mirror, and he wants to let the judge decide what's right. He's accused of sideswiping a girl.
All parties, please use your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Please seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been affirmed, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Akila Brebnor?
Correct.
You are suing David for $500, 152 of it to repair a damaged mirror, and 348 for missed work. What happened?
Okay, so we were driving down the street on the North Conduit. At that time, he's sitting in the passenger seat of the vehicle. He opens the door and his wallet falls out.
Is he parked or is he driving?
He's driving. His door opens, the passenger door.
While he's driving?
While he was sitting. He was at a red light.
Oh, he's at a red light.
Correct.
Okay.
The door opens, his wallet falls out to the floor. The light turns green. I'm not able to step out to get it, so I continue to drive. I match up to like the passenger back door, and I'm like waving them down. His son opens the window, and I said, your wallet. I drive up, I state to him, I said, your wallet fell back there. He steps out.
Who's he?
I'm sorry, the defendant steps out.
Is he the passenger or the driver?
He's the passenger.
Okay.
He steps out. Our car is about this leveling. And
that's how close you are? As
correct.
close
It's
as your
very
hands
close.
are?
It's
How's
close
he going to
because
step out?
He's opening the door and he's like sliding like this, sliding out the door. And the light turns green.
They can't be this close because he couldn't even open the door. So think a second, like make the cars the size of real cars, not cars in your head. And so how much distance was there between you and the door?
It's really small because
small enough where he opens the door and what happens?
And it taps. So the light just turns.
It taps what?
It taps my car mirror on the driver's side. I state to him, don't open it. The light just turned green. Wait. So as my car rolls a little bit, he pushes it more, slides out from the car, and the mirror on my driver's mirror just goes, and it just falls off.
Okay. That'll show you. So what happens?
He starts running down the North Conduit. His son screams, "Pop," or "Dad" in their language, runs out the car with him. They're running down the North Conduit. I state to the driver, do you have insurance? Do you have registration, something? He states, no, it's not my car. It belongs to the defendant. I said, okay. So we pull over to the side. I'm waiting for him to come back. He comes back and he states, I'm going to exchange my information with you. I said, okay, well, do you have any insurance? No, I don't have insurance. I'm like, well, how come you don't have insurance? Well, because the car belongs to the Air Force. I work for the Air Force. I'm a chaplain in the Air Force, and the car doesn't belong to me.
Who does the car belong to?
My ex-girlfriend. And Your Honor
Is she the Air Force?
No, I am.
Did you tell her? Well, then, why did you tell them the car belonged to the Air Force?
I never told her that, Your Honor. It has Air Force plates. She asked. Okay, so can I speak? Okay. First of all, I want to thank her for telling me about the wallet. First of all.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
I did
Because
it then,
no, wait. Because we're gonna get there in a minute.
Okay.
She tells you about the wallet. You open the door and you knock her mirror off.
Well,
right?
if it was me, if
Okay.
anybody did it, it was me.
Okay. So you exchange information. Did you have insurance on the car?
Sure. Your Honor has it. I gave it to the.
Okay. Did you give it to her?
No.
Why not?
I didn't have it on me.
Okay. So now you are what to her?
I'm her father.
Okay. And you get involved when what happens?
When she called me and she told me that she had an accident, I drove to where she was, and I was expecting to see him there, but she told me he left. I called him when I got there. I said, "Why did you leave?" He said he's going to a wedding. My response was that, "You had an accident. Did you exchange information?" He said, "No." I said, "What happened to the insurance?" "I do not have insurance on the car." I said, "So you're driving in New York State without insurance?" He says, "Well, I don't want to give you the insurance because it's going to mess up my friend's driving license. He wants to take care of it on his own."
Okay.
This is what he said to me.
All right. And so then what happens? He decides he's going to take care of it himself, and he gives you some information to go to a place of his choosing.
Right.
And what happens when you get there?
So he's after we're having a conversation on the phone, he states that the person can put the mirror on for $40, and if that doesn't work out after going to the individual twice, because he says sometimes you have to go back twice to get the job done properly, he can silicone the mirror on himself because he's a contractor engineer. So he went from a chaplain to a contractor engineer now.
Okay.
So I said,
Are you a chaplain or a contracting
I
engineer?
am both.
Okay.
I'm a licensed New York State engineer.
He said
Okay.
he's done it for 15 years and that he can silicone it himself, which I didn't want to happen because the mirror works with a
You
motor.
don't need to give me a reason why
Right.
you don't want the guy who hit your car, who was careless enough to hit your car and knock your mirror off, to put your mirror back on. You
Right.
don't need to give me a reason why you don't want to.
So I go to the individual he suggested. I went
You
with my
did go?
father. I did. I went
Okay.
with my father. The individual did not have the mirror for my car. He tried to put a 4-door mirror on my car. It's 2-door, so it wouldn't work out, and it was black. So we're like, well, if you get the mirror for us, will you paint it? No, I don't paint. I just put it on, and that's it. So he said, give me about an hour, and I'll see if I can find somebody that has a 2-door silver one or a black one, and if not, then there's nothing I can do. We waited an hour. We waited longer than an hour. He never called us back. I went to my regular mechanic, who he called within 5 minutes and was able to locate a mirror for my vehicle, and also stated he can get it painted and put on without a problem.
Okay. And he got it done for how much?
$152.
Okay. Do you have the bill?
I do.
All right. And then now, who contacts him to tell him, hey, we're going to do it our way and it's $152?
I spoke with him and I stated that, I got the car fixed. I'm able to send you the bill. Can I have your information? He goes, well, first, before I give it to you, how much does it cost? So I didn't want to give him the approximate because I wanted to see what he was going to do. I said approximately $160. And he's like, okay, well, I told you where to go. That's too much money. And he starts yelling at me. And that's when I hand the phone to my father to have the conversation with him.
Okay. So let's put a pin in it and let me hear from you.
By the way, I have some recordings of this whole conversation with the father, with the thing, even with the $160.
Okay. Can I just ask you a question? How much money was in your wallet?
In my wallet, no money, actually. It was my ID cards and my credit card.
What's your time worth getting ID cards and credit cards again?
No.
I'm just kind of curious how it is that the young lady who is the reason why you didn't lose your wallet has to go through all these hoops. Why is that? Over $100-something bucks?
No, Your Honor. I told her, and I have a conversation of that. I have to try and find the cue it up. Text me. I said, listen, I told you to go 40. They told you to come back. She didn't want to come back at time. I said, fine. Text me the bill, and I'll give it to you. No. Then her father calls me, which I have all the recordings here, but I sent to the show.
Text me the bill, and I'll give it to you.
I will pay you the $160. Then her father starts threatening and calling me and call, you have no insurance. Stuff I never said, and I have here on recorded.
Why didn't you just give them the insurance information? That's your obligation in an accident, is to trade insurance information.
Unless you're willing to settle. I said I'm willing to settle.
Yeah, except for that you're willing to make people haggle and go through all kinds of hoops.
Okay.
Go to my place. Well, they don't have it, then, I'll give you 100. At some point, you wanted it to be 100 and not 160, right?
I don't remember that.
Oh, well, why don't we listen to it? Go ahead, play the tape. Both
so-
of you have the same tape. You handed me the same tape. Let me hear your copy.
This one
I've got it. Everybody stop.
No, we did not get disconnected. I refuse to keep speaking to you. Oh, so but you're okay to charge $500 for something you paid $160, right? You want to take my daughter to a place that you want to go to. Guy does not have the parts. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to sit around and have my child drive, okay, with a car that is not adequate. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I took it to a place that I know will get my car fixed, will get my car done properly, and to my likeness. I am willing to say, listen, I would have paid anywhere between 40 and 65 just to not have to wait 2 or 3 days to go to court. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll give you 100.
There we go. And there you have it. So you don't give your insurance information, and then you haggle. And if it doesn't haggle to your satisfaction, then the heck with them. You understand how bad you look right now?
Yes,
because this young lady had no other sin than to be kind to a fellow human being.
Yes,
Are you seriously a chaplain for the Air Force?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm embarrassed for you and the Air Force
Sorry,
right
Your
now.
Honor.
Okay? Her only sin was to point out to you, sir, you dropped your wallet.
I'm
and
embarrassed.
you want to put her through days of driving while your guy gets apart because you can save $100 in the process? Are you out of your mind?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. If I damage your card, am I allowed to tell you where to take it to get it fixed?
No,
Why?
because I might not approve of where you wanted me to take it.
Fair enough, but what if it's a authorized dealership that's reputable?
What if they're saying that it's going to cost so much money and it's actually going to cost so much less, so they get the money extra in their pocket?
Yeah.
That's what I always worry about with the insurance.
What do you say?
How am I supposed to know what your relationship with that mechanic is? If you have a special interest or if there is a conflict of interest?
That's a fair point. Going inside the courtroom.
Now you are suing for your lost wages as well. Tell me about your lost wages. What evidence do you have of that?
I didn't bring any with me as far as
you
that,
don't
but
get
I do.
any for you then.
Okay.
All right.
That's
But you do get $152.64. Put your hand down. Plus your court costs, plus prejudgment statutory interest since the day you had to pay that bill until today.
okay.
Because he should have just paid that. Now you're young. And when you hear that, I'm sure you were listening to that argument anyway, you may end up with a little bit of bitterness in your heart. Let it go. You still did the right thing. And I want you to keep doing the right thing, right?
Right.
Because in the end, guess what happens? The person who did the right thing looks like an angel from heaven, and the chaplain looks awful. Verdict for the plaintiff.
I would like to apologize to you. I'm sorry.
Well, the plaintiff comes off like an angel from heaven. It just did not look good for the chaplain, did it?
I'm very embarrassed.
You're very embarrassed?
Yeah, that was very childish of me.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that they were so nice to me. Hey, to tell me about my wallet. And I feel very bad. I'm so sorry.
I mean, yeah.
It's not right.
What would it have cost you had you lost your wallet? Somebody gotten hold of your
Sure.
credit card.
Sure.
You could have been on a lot more.
I'm sorry to them that I behaved the way I did. It's very childish.
Thank
you.
Okay.
God
Thank
bless
you very
you.
much. Thank you. Now here comes the angel from heaven. That's a very nice compliment from the judge. I'm wondering if this happened again, would you do the same thing?
I mean,
Or would you think twice?
I probably would think twice about it, but just because of the way I was raised, I probably would still stop someone and give them back their wallet
Let them
as
know.
well.
Well, good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All righty. Very interesting case, Harvey. What do you think?
Okay, you have an absolute right, Doug, to choose where to take your car to get it fixed as long as the price is reasonable. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Nerds Gummy Clusters, the sweet treat that always elevates the vibe. With a sweet gummy surrounded with tangy, crunchy nerds, every bite of Nerds Gummy Clusters brings you a whole new world of flavor. Whether it's game night, on the way to a concert, or kicking back with your crew, unleash your senses with Nerds Gummy Clusters.
This episode is brought to you by Abercrombie. There's nothing better than the perfect jean and going out top combo, or an outfit that perfectly matches your plans. Abercrombie's relaxed jean goes with every occasion. Date nights with something lace, or daytime with a cozy sweater. And their barrel jean will surprise you. It's the trend that will become a staple in your wardrobe. Abercrombie denim comes in tons of rises, fits, and washes. Find your perfect pair online or in store.
This is the plaintiff, Marcus Carter. He says both his sisters, the defendants, needed new cell phones, so he agreed to add them to his plan because he's such a good brother. Both of his sisters, however, are not good people because they never paid a dime to him towards the phones or the monthly bills. He knows family's family, but money is money, and he's owed $2,231, so he's suing. These are the defendants, Tiffany and Trisha. Tiffany says her brother got some phones and gave one of them to her as a birthday gift. A few days later, the plaintiff got into a fight with their other sister. She didn't take his side. He got mad and he shut her phone down. Trisha says the phone was a gift to her as well. And the only reason he's suing them in court is because of a family issue that goes way deeper than some cell phones. They're accused of bailing on a brother.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says his sisters needed a new cell phone and he put them on his plan and they stiffed him. But the defendants say the phones were a gift and this is really about a deep family issue. It's the case of don't phone home anymore.
Thank you, Douglas. Marcus Carter, you are suing your sisters Tiffany and Trisha, you don't want your last name used, for $2,231 that you say they owe you for phones, phone cases, and loans. How did we get here? Let me hear from you first. Marcus, apparently at some point in July of 2018, you decide both of your sisters should have cell phones on your plan.
Yeah.
Terrible idea. I cannot begin to tell you how terrible that is. Just terrible. Terrible idea. So now, had you been close to your sisters before this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what happens to cause you to put them on your plan?
My sister, it was her birthday.
Which one?
Tiffany.
All right, so it was your sister Tiffany's birthday.
Yeah.
And therefore what?
She wanted an iPhone 10.
iPhone 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a business account with Sprint, and they give you the phones, nothing down, taxes. So I thought it'd be a good present, but me and her agreed that it would be $100 a month. And
did that include the price of the phone?
Yeah, it was just everything in a nutshell.
So what's your present if you're not giving her the phone? She thinks the phone is the present.
Who said it was a present? She said it was a present?
You just told me it was her birthday and that she wanted a phone.
But that ain't no present.
Okay.
No, it's not a present. I got it. We agreed that she would pay $100 per month.
Did you agree to pay $100 per month?
75.
Not 100?
No,
Did 75. You agree to pay 100?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay. And what was the breakdown of the 75?
75 was for the service, not for the actual phone. It was just for the service. The phone.
So you thought that the iPhone 10, which is like $1,000 something, was a birthday present from your brother?
If you ask me what do I want for my birthday, and I say an iPhone, and you call me back and ask me the iPhone 9 or 10, of course I'm going to say 10. I assumed it was a birthday gift.
Okay.
So you paying for the service because I don't know if I could have got a Sprint in my name or not. So he said $75 a month for the service, not the phone. The phone was a gift. This is what I assumed.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, the service itself is how much a month? 35.
Yeah.
So the rest of it, you know how they give you these deals now where you buy a phone that if anybody had asked you 10 years ago, will you buy a $1,000 cell phone? You'd say, hell no. And so now what you do is you pay for them without interest monthly. So you don't feel the hit all at once. You end up feeling like you end up paying 40-something, 50-something, 20-something, whatever your phone is going to cost a month until you're done paying it. Unless, of course, it gets canceled. Then you have to pay the whole thing up front. So, lo and behold, what day do we get the phones?
Her phone, July 29th.
And then what about the other sister?
I don't know if it was the next day.
And why do you get a phone for the other sister? Is it her birthday too?
No.
So you just
because she was going through a few things, and I think she needed a phone to get through these things. So
she
me
didn't
and her,
have a phone?
no, me and her had a different agreement.
No, she didn't have any phone before this?
If it was
no, ma'am.
Like an Obama
You had never
phone
had
or
a cell
something.
phone?
I've had a cell phone.
But it had been turned off or what?
No, I just didn't have a cell phone at the time because of
How
things
long
that I
had you
was
not
going
had
through.
the cell phone?
Maybe year or so.
You lived for a year without a cell phone?
Absolutely.
How'd you do it?
Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi. You just didn't have cell phone.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
You did
or my
not have a
children's
cell phone. You didn't
Myself.
have cell phone service. You didn't have cellular service. So you used your phone, but through Wi-Fi. Is that right?
Or through my children's service, yes. I personally didn't have.
So you decided to get her a phone too. Did she
Yeah.
ask you, or did you ask her, or how'd that come about?
I asked her, did she need a phone? She said yes.
All right. So at some point, very quickly after you got the telephones for your sisters, there arises a family argument.
Mm-hmm.
And the argument has to do with an older sister who's not here, and much to your chagrin, they take the older sister's side. What happened there?
I mean, they was all in league together. They all knew it.
You get angry at them because they take the other sister's side, and what happens then?
Well, the particular day, I was helping her move to her house.
Which one is her?
Trisha. Just
Okay.
Trisha, right?
Mhm. Okay.
And her and my fiance got into it, and I called the police.
The police, and then what happens? Anybody get arrested?
No.
Okay.
She comes up acting like she want to fight me.
Which one comes up? Tiffany?
Yeah.
Tiffany comes to the house. Once you call the police on
Trisha
Trish,
calls Tiffany.
Tiffany
and then
comes.
Tiffany comes over like she wants smoke, but
Like she what?
like she wants smoke.
Okay.
And I just asked him at that point, I said, can I have my phones back? Tiffany told me get it like Tyson. Like how Mike
fight her
Tyson.
for it.
Yeah, like how Mike Tyson would get it.
Why don't you tell me what happened that day, Tiffany?
Are you talking about the day that he called the police or from the beginning?
Right.
Well, from the beginning. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, from the beginning, like I said, he gave me the phone for my birthday. I assumed.
Did you ever make a payment or?
Yes, I did. And he cut our phones off in a week.
Hold on. What day did you make a payment?
I think that following Friday after he gave me the phone because I got paid that
Okay,
following
how much
Friday.
did you pay on that Friday?
$75.
And how much did you pay?
I didn't pay anything.
How come?
Because my bill was supposed to be free because I didn't have or ask for a phone.
Were you supposed to be paying her bills?
I told her until she got on her feet.
Okay.
Her bill, like,
So where are the phones now, guys?
It's at the house.
Okay. How often do the two of you go around without a cell phone connected to your right hands or left hands?
The phones are off.
Right.
The
They're
phones
not
are
even
off,
on,
so we
so
wouldn't
we
have
can't
to
even
have
hear
them
'em. He
connected.
cut 'em off.
He cut them off. He cut them off. Cut them on.
Okay,
cut them
did you
off.
put service on those phones in your own name?
No.
No.
And why won't you return the phone? Because your feeling is, hey.
It was mine. It was a gift.
Okay.
I don't want to return a gift.
Maybe
We
the
coulda
gift
did it
is your
any-
ability to get one without having to chunk over $1,200. Maybe
True.
that's the gift as
That
opposed
could
to the
be.
actual phone.
That could be, but
I'm not sure there was a very clear understanding between the two of you of
It
what
wasn't.
the gift was and what people would have to pay. Here's what I need you ladies to understand.
Yes.
When he cancels your phones, I know that you're angry, but what happens is he now has a several $1,000 bill that he has to pay up front now quickly because the plans were canceled. In other words, it's no longer a monthly thing. It's now hurry up. I mean, did you think that you were getting a $1,200 gift
Marcus
from him?
done he done a lot for us in the past. He done even gave me a car. Even if he didn't gave me a car before. He could have took the
Are
car
you
back.
so mad at whatever happened with the family fight that's
He
why?
started it.
Right.
He started it. He initiated this whole family feud about nothing. If he want the phone back, fine, you can have the phone back, Judge. He done came over my house after this
And
incident
didn't even take the
did
phone
not
back.
take the phone. Sat over there and,
And
chilled
gave
with me and
money.
my boyfriend. Gave me some more money that I asked
And
for.
then want the phone.
Wait,
Wait.
sorry.
After all this,
Yes.
you asked him for more
After
money?
all this.
Because
And you-
you just-
hold on.
Wait,
One more
you
thing.
asked him for more money and you
Yes,
gave it
He
to
gave
her?
her money.
How much money did he
busted.
give
Like,
you?
that doesn't make
$30.
sense.
How much?
$30.
What are
Right.
you
So
doing?
how do we even know what our bills are? He has a
I'm
business
setting
account.
the parameter up for
Right.
me to start
Oh,
a
it's a-
business under
okay.
my family name.
Right.
Okay, right.
But we're trying to get this business started, though.
Wait, everybody's Wait, you're not in the business.
They were going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not
We're
now.
trying to help.
Well, I don't think you're in the business now. What do you mean? You're trying to help now?
Heck yeah.
Are
That's my
you
brother.
two? Wait, okay, so are you?
I love him. I don't care how he feels about me.
I know. No, I know.
So if he
I
wants
know.
me,
I saw his
definitely
face when y'all walked in. I saw him look over and smile. It's like,
will. I love him.
I know.
We all had a real good bond.
Yeah.
But
Do you love him?
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Like, come on, I'm not even an emotional person. But sitting next here arguing and being combative
Can
with
I
my
ask
brother,
you a
it's
question?
problem.
Do you think it's going to stay that way, or you think there's hope for this family?
Yeah, it's beyond.
Forever, to the day you
Yeah.
die.
Well,
Don't be silly.
it's
Don't
beyond.
be silly. Don't be silly, Tiffany. Tiffany's such a tough nut to
But this is the
crack.
first time we kinda
Tiffany is the toughest nut to crack here.
Would you sue your sisters if they stiffed you?
Absolutely not. I think you should really handle this kind of in the family. There's no need to like bring in outside authorities.
What do you say? Would you sue? Just stiffed you for no reason?
I think it depends on the situation.
But would you be open to suing your sister?
I don't know if I could do that.
Well, what if it was for $1,000? Watch this.
We would figure it out in another way.
What if it's $5,000? Every time, going inside the courtroom.
It's the first time I didn't talk to her since I gave her the money.
First of all, let's go over what you're suing for. You're suing for the amount owed now that they're asking for up front for Tiffany's phone. The $125. Did he loan you $125 at some point?
No, he gave me $50. And then when he came over to the house, he gave me $30. But since you cut my phone off a week after I paid you $75, we can balance that out and owe you $5.
Okay, I'll be the judge of that.
Oh,
all right? So you say he loaned you $80, and then
$80. Yep.
$80. All right. And then did he give you $50 for a phone case?
No.
Did he buy you a phone case?
No, I'll pay for the phone case when we went in Sprint.
All right. And Trisha's phone is $805.36. All right. So all of these charges he should eat, because he turned off the phones, and that wasn't the deal. The deal was, so long as I pay X amount, whatever that X amount is, the phones will be open. Mm-hmm. He ended up cutting them off out of anger because of the family rift. So there's a bunch of ancillary charges that are all over the place that he's going to end up having to eat. But the actual value of the phones, I don't think is fair for him to end up eating. Mm-hmm. I think that those two phones should be returned to him so he can return them to Sprint to bring down the $2,000-something hit that he's taking. It won't bring it down $2,000 because, of course, they may make you pay $1,200 for the phone, but then when you give it back to them, it's a used phone worth $500. You understand? Like it's, I mean, they get you coming and going. Right. But I believe that the two of you should give him back the phone. I'd like to get you guys to, do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? You know what I want? I want somehow for you guys to get past it, because I was looking at his face when you guys walked in. He was so happy.
Aww.
It was, seriously.
That's cute.
Okay, I know these two aren't going to have a problem. I'm really worried about the tough nut.
Because this is his favorite sister.
That is his favorite sister?
Yes, it is. So he probably really want to break through with her. Yes, it is.
She's your favorite sister?
It is.
Yeah? What's your game plan here in terms of your brother? You're done until you're not done. You don't know when you'll be done, but you're done right now. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a problem returning the phone?
No.
Okay. I'm ordering Tiffany and Trisha to return the phones for whatever credit you can get on those phones. As for the phone case, it's your word against hers. And as for the loan, she's admitted to $80, so I'm going to order her to pay you that as well. That's my order. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, after hearing all of this, the plaintiff's going to get the phones back. That's about it. He's not going to get the $2,200 he was asking, but you are going to give the phones back to him, right? The judge says, yes, you will. You said yes.
Mm-hmm. I will.
You're his favorite sister. You still going to be friends with him? You going to love him? Oh, it's over. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
What?
The situation is over with.
Really?
Yeah. I got other brothers and sisters and family members
that
love me even more.
That's a shame. All right.
All righty.
Sorry about that. Good luck to you. Thank you. All right, here comes Mr. Carter. So what do you think? How do you feel?
I don't like the fact that I didn't get the value for them because I don't believe they have the phones anymore. Over the same thing.
She did say the phones were at home, so the judge has ordered you get them back. So that will help.
And
it doesn't care for everything.
Yeah, if it don't, then what?
I don't know, come back to court. I'm sorry. What about the relationship with your sister? That's the big thing. You going to work it out? You think it'll work out over time?
No, because it's a few other things going on, but no, I don't.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Doug, look, it is nuts to put somebody on your phone plan, and even if it's a relative, I am telling you, we have seen this a lot. It ruins relationships. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
This is the plaintiff, Bill Bevins. He says he brought his valuable DVD VHS player to the defendant's establishment for repair. And not only didn't he fix the VHS part of his machine, he broke the DVD player. The crooked businessman refuses to take responsibility. He's here to teach this chump a lesson about how to treat a customer and is suing him for the $1,000 he feels he's owed. This is the defendant, Conrad Kess. He says the old machine the plaintiff had delivered to his shop was worth maybe $10, and he told him not to bother repairing it. The plaintiff refused to let it go because he was attached to the outdated thing for some reason. He insisted on trying to fix it, so he opened it up and worked on it. He deserves to be paid for his services. He tried to make this customer happy and refuses to return his $70 service fee. He's accused of not fixing things right.
Sure. All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff brought his DVD and VHS player to the defendant for repair, and he broke it. But the defendant says the thing was worth $10, and he did his job. It's the case of old school rules.
Okay, Mr. Bevins, you are suing High Tech Service Center Corporation. Your name is?
Conrad Brooks.
Okay. And you have authority from the owner to be here?
That's correct.
All right. For $1,000, $505 of aggravation and $495 for a DVD VHS machine, which they were unable to repair and, in fact, broke further, according to you. So tell me what's going on here.
Yes, Your Honor. I have a friend of mine who told me he's very good and he's very honest. So I gave him my DVD player and recorder. He charged me $70 originally, but the kid gave back the $70 thinking that it's fixed and everything is fine.
What kid?
Andy. He does a little odd jobs. I'm a disabled vet.
Okay.
So sometimes it's a little
What
odd
branch
for
of the
me.
service?
Air Force.
Okay, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
So
Yes, Your
Andy
Honor.
is a fellow who helps you out.
Yes.
Okay, so you send him down to get it fixed, and Andy pays him thinking it's fixed
Yeah,
when he goes to pick it up. But in fact, when you bring it back home, this is a DVD
Player and recorder combo.
VHS tape.
DVD.
Yeah, DVD on one part, and the other part is a what?
VHS.
VHS.
And you can make recordings and make copies.
Right, okay. So he brings it back, and it's not fixed.
That's right. He didn't check it. He took the guy, he said everything is fine. So he had to bring it back again for my apartment
Okay.
and to go have it fixed. He goes there and he said he fixed it the second time.
Okay, so Andy tells you they say it's fixed now.
They
When
told
he
him.
brought it back to you, the first time, did you think you'd fixed it?
Yeah, we did actually fix it, yeah.
Okay, and then it's brought back to you how much later?
I'm not approximately sure, but he brought it back like a couple of days later, saying it's not working.
Okay.
I think he had a complaint with the remote not working.
Just the remote wasn't working, or the unit itself wasn't working?
The unit was working, but the remote not working.
Do you have your paperwork from this? Because that's not their testimony. It's not his testimony.
That's very bad.
Okay, so you only did one receipt for this on 10/1. But it was brought back. Where's the receipt for it being brought back?
Well, we use the same receipt. We just refund them the money back because we didn't want to deal with the issue.
Okay, so you charge him $65, head not working. What does this say? Replace complete VCR. What does that say? I can't read it.
That's VHS assembly.
That word is assembly?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, that's the way.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow. Is that your handwriting?
That's not my handwriting.
Okay.
You say head not working.
So how did you guys fix it the first time, do you think?
We replaced the part that played the videotape, not the whole, just the VCR part.
And now according to him, when he sent it in, it was just the VCR part that wasn't working. But now you say that when it comes back, the DVD part wasn't working.
And the recorder doesn't work. Nothing works.
Okay. So they bring it back to you, and what do you guys do? Andy brings it back.
Yeah, he bring back them. We said it's not worth it just to get another one.
Okay.
So basically, we don't want to deal with that issue. We just say yes. We even offer him another one, a replacement that actually working, but he refused to.
Okay.
So.
How old is this unit?
No, that unit was about 6 years old, but they never offered a set to me. They never offered nothing.
Okay, but they returned your the money that you paid them to fix your broken DVD VCR recorder. They ended up refunding it to you, right?
They gave me the money back because I trusted him.
No, they gave you the money back because they couldn't fix it.
No.
What else do you want? You want them to buy you a new machine?
No, they broke the most important thing, was the recorder on the DVD.
Do you have the unit here?
They took it. They never finished it.
Do you have the unit?
No, we return it back to him.
No, you don't. You have it.
We don't have it.
Hold on one sec.
Yes, you do.
Hold on.
Yes, he does. You never gave me back that unit. And I gave him a set that was working. The DVD player and recorder was working. It was only the VHS. So not only did they stall for time, they busted the set.
Tell me about your machine. What brand was it?
Toshiba.
That's correct, right?
That's correct.
But he still has the set.
Do you guys have the set?
I'm absolutely sure we don't have that set.
You better check with your boss.
Well,
We
you know,
returned the-
I don't
you
have the
returned it
set.
to Andy.
We
Where's
never
Andy?
returned it.
Is Andy here?
He got sick.
Okay. Do you have his number?
Yes, I have his number.
Can we call Andy?
Yeah, you can call him.
So are DVD VHS players any kind of a thing anymore?
They're still good for collections.
Are they? You have one?
I have a Star Wars collection, so yes.
What do you say?
I believe they are. I mean, because you can't afford to take your whole family to a movie theater. Why not buy the DVD and save a few dollars?
I'm going to tell you about the options in a minute. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, great.
Okay. Andy?
Yes?
How you doing? This is Judge Marilyn Milian from the People's Court.
I'm good.
Okay, you know why I'm calling you, right?
Yes.
Where's the set?
Well, the set, I have the set, but it doesn't work.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know.
That explains our problem. Because the store is saying, we gave it back, and he's saying, I never got it. So you have the broken set, right?
Yeah.
Okay, honey. And does the DVD part work at all?
No, that's the thing. Originally, it was working, the DVD part, but then when I took it, he messed up the DVD part.
Okay. Thank you. I don't think I have any other questions. I think we've solved the mystery. Thank you, darling. We're going to hang up now.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right. That was lovely. Okay, so now we know where the set is and what that mystery is. So here's what we've got. We've got you with an item when you send it to them that is essentially just a DVD player because the VHS part is not working. I take it you have a lot of VHS tapes, right?
Yes.
I know. I used to have that too. I know. And I really like them. And and then, so you want a way to play them, and I understand. Now, most people today wouldn't record on a VHS tape. They just record on the DVD. But I don't want to learn new tricks, right? You don't want to learn new tricks either, right? So I get that. But what you put in their care was a DVD player, because your other part, the recorder and all that, wasn't even working.
No,
okay?
it was working. The VHS didn't
VHS
work.
part, I know.
The DVD player and
I got it.
worked.
I got it.
Just
so
the VHS.
essentially, what you had was a unit that just played DVDs. That's what you brought to them, right?
Yes.
You didn't have a VHS player because it was broken. You didn't have a VHS recorder because it was broken.
That's right.
You bring it to them. You pay them to fix it. They charge you the money. They say it's fixed. Andy has to go back there a few times. But then in the end, they can't fix it. And now your DVD player, you don't even have what you brought them, which is a working DVD player. Now, I need you to understand a few things. A brand new DVD player is $50 now.
But the stalling and the stalling and the stalling.
Okay. All right, based on what I've heard, I'm going to order the company to pay the plaintiff certainly not what he is asking. So he's not going to be happy and he's going to be screaming. But I am going to order some damages based on the DVD part, which no longer works, which is $50 verdicts for the plaintiff.
What about the aggravation?
There's no who's going to pay me for my aggravation?
$50.
So the plaintiff is going to get $50, not $1,000, which he was. You must have panicked when you got sued for $1,000.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is the old piece of. I'm not saying like that. It's all equipment. I mean, we try to be reasonable with the guy. Tell him, you know what I mean? It's not what. Let's go buy a new one.
All right. Well, I'm sure you're glad to get this over and behind you, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Good enough. All right. Congratulations. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Bevins. You're going to get $50. Why don't you just buy a whole new unit?
Let me say something. You know, my friend had to take a cab back and forth.
I know.
I paid him for that.
Expensive.
So that's part of the aggravation, but I got just $50.
You can't get money for aggravation. You know that.
Yeah, but
it just doesn't work that way. That's it.
No, you don't
It's
look at
over.
my point. I see
I
your
hear your point. I hear
it
your
wasn't
point.
worth it.
Okay.
The kid said he
Harvey,
wouldn't.
he's upset.
Yeah, Doug, I can clearly see that. Look, what you get is depreciated value at the time of the loss, so that's why this was $50. And based on the state of the market, that's a pretty good price.